Ivy, stop. Oh, I accidentally hit the start streaming button by mistake. Okay, well, that's fun. Let's just let that be. It's fine. I can always edit it out later. Ivy, really, you were not helping, sweetheart. Okay, live chat is set up. Okay, I think that's everything I'd need to have up. Stop trying to chew on my microphone. All right. So, welcome to, yeah, it's this thing. My least favorite game in the Dragon Age series. But Dragon Age Origins, which is my second favorite in the series, doesn't work properly on PC because at this point the game is old as dirt. And modern machines don't play it well at all. Don't worry, I'll explain everything you need to know. Dragon Age is kind of my thing. Dragon Age Inquisition, the third game in the series, which is actually my favorite, I think is much better played if you've played 2 or you've seen 2. So before I play Inquisition on my channel, I have to, in my brain, I have to play Dragon Age 2 first. So I think it'll run properly. Maybe. We'll find out. So, obviously, female mage. Why would I ever be anything other than a female mage? You can make some absolutely... Sorry, I don't want to interrupt the cutscene. Hi, Varric. It's a bio production.
I've had gentler invitations.
I am Cassandra Pentecost, Seeker of the Chantry.
And just, what are you seeking?
The champion.
Which one?
You know exactly why I'm here. Time to start talking, dwarf. They tell me you're good at it.
Come on, Cassandra, you're being a bit excessive.
What do you want to know?
Everything. Start at the beginning.
I'll fix the subtitles issue in a second. Welcome to Ferelden. Just outside of Lothering, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wait a second.
Scouts. We will have to fight them sooner or later.
I didn't accidentally skip character creation, did I? So those things are called Darkspawn. They're kind of a right-click an enemy to attack. That's a dumb key binding. I've not played this on... how do I turn my camera? There. One. I've not played this on PC before. The last time I played Dragon Age 2, I was playing it on my 360. Ah! Fuck! Ow.
We can't keep this up forever.
Neither can they.
Perhaps we'll be lucky, and they'll run out of darkspawn.
Here they come. Shall I give them a taste of my blade?
All yours, brother. Let's make this quick.
I forgot how bloody the early Dragon Age games were. Bonk.
One less to worry about.
Excuse you. Cast Fireball when I tell you to, please. Okay, how's Carver doing over here? Let's help my brother out. There we go. Oh, Carver, you're almost dead. Oh, fuck. Ow. Ow. Let me run away. And then... fire off. Some big fuck you spells.
There's no end to them.
Bullshit. That's not what really happened.
It's not that far off, actually.
Match the story you've heard, Seeker.
I'm not interested in stories. I came to hear the truth.
What makes you think I know the truth?
Don't lie to me. You knew her even before she...
Oh,
Even if I did,
crap.
I don't know where she is now.
I was trying to pull
Do
up
you have
subtitles,
any
but
idea what's
I
at
accidentally
stake here?
skipped some dialogue.
Let me guess. Your precious chantry's fallen to pieces and put the entire world on the brink of war. And
No.
you need the one person who could help you put it back together.
The champion was at the heart of it when it all began. If you can't point me to her, tell me everything you know.
You aren't worried I'll just make it up as I go.
Not at all.
You'll need to hear the whole story.
You can reorganize the icons in the quick bar. There's character creation. Okay, so a little bit of context for what you just saw. That woman, Cassandra, is something called a seeker of light, truth, something like that. They're an organization that basically the church, the chantry, brings in when shit goes real sideways. The dwarf is a man named Varric Tethris. He is a companion in this game and a companion in Inquisition, and is still around in Veilguard, which is the fourth game. Oh gosh, which presets do I play? I guess I can play from this one, because I don't hate it. How do I advance anything on this? Oh my god. BioWare, just why? Okay, I guess let's start there. And try and help! Okay. I'm pressing all the buttons trying to figure out how to go to the next thing, and it's not playing kindly with me on that. Okay. I don't know why. Oh good, nothing bad's ever happened because the church trademark sends out their cleanup crew. Well, things do go... There's a very good reason why Cassandra is getting involved in everything that happens in Kirkwall, but... maybe? Oh, yeah, I guess I do need to be on a not default hawk. That's dumb, but okay. Let's just make your skin tone pale. And then we'll up your blush. Oh god, why is your blush that color? Sure, I guess that's fine. Let's see. Eyeshadow color. Where's black? Close enough to it. That'll do. I don't need tattoos, so that's fine. I do need to do something about that hair color, though. I don't hate the hairstyle, but I want to see if there's something I like a little better. Actually, I quite like that. Okay. Eyes, I need to change the color to blue. But the rest of it's fine because I don't want to accidentally a monster. It won't look so shiny the entirety of the game, or at least it shouldn't. The Dragon Age character creators have a history of, like, the worst lighting, but I'll look and see if there are other options, too. I just want to get basics done, and those are all my basics. Ivy, if you're gonna mess with cables, I'm gonna throw you off the desk. You know how this works. Okay, is there a slightly less reflective brown? So that's the other thing about, like, the early ones, especially in the Dragon Age series. There isn't a lot of middle ground. The portrait's fine except for the background color, which I want to make black. That's fine. This is why games started just using color wheels. That is true. Okay, name. This is going to be Willow. Hawk. I turned on caps lock at some point. Willow Hawk. Events of Dragon Age Origins. Hero for Eldon. Young man, no. Hell no. I may not be able to... Nope. Ivy, stop trying to chew on things. much of a dick do you have to be to make it legally required for your child's name to always be shouted when spoken? I mean... Okay, can I import a save? Oh, no! So it does still recognize the 2 saves from when I tried streaming before the game decided it absolutely refused to function. Unfortunately, none of those are my completed save because my completed save is on my 360. Damn. Okay, well... I guess... Yeah, I guess we'll go with a martyr. That's fine. Normal's probably correct for trying to learn PC controls.
The blight had been unleashed on Ferelden. Dark spawn poured out of the wilds, clashing against the army at the ruins of Ostigard. The battle was a disaster. King Cailan died on the field with his men, betrayed by his most trusted general.
Fuck you, Loghain.
Unopposed, the Horde marched on the village of Lothering. The village burned, and many innocents were slaughtered. The champion's family barely escaped in time.
So, fun fact, your character's siblings, Bethany and Carver, and your mother, too, actually, all of their appearances change based off what you selected for your appearance in character creation.
For the moment, make us save us. We've lost it all. Everything your father and I built.
I'm sorry.
I know how much Lothering meant to you, but we have to move.
Yes, you're right.
We should have run sooner. Why did we wait so long?
Why are you looking at me? I've been running since Ostigard.
So, a little bit of context. Ostagar is actually where both of those other saves that I that pulled up in the thumbnails. Ostagar is the battle basically at the end of the what I consider the full tutorial of Dragon Age Origins, where King Cailan gets killed because his father-in-law, actually, his top general, Taryn Loghain, decided to abandon the field, let the Grey Wardens and the king die, and basically the entire world went to shit because he didn't want it getting out that his daughter, the queen, couldn't actually have children, which Cailan had discovered and had been quietly planning to divorce Honora so that he could remarry and actually sire heirs. Loghain's kind of a dick. I always happily ensure he dies, but give me 2 seconds to banish a cat because she's being extra needy. Come on. I know, but you're being a brat, so you gotta leave. Okay. Which, yes, does sound about right for politics. Carver, the brother and, if I'm not mistaken, middle child of the Hawk family, was a soldier at Ostagar, fled when things turned sideways, and went back to the family in Lothering, which is actually the second place that your character goes in Dragon Age Origins. It's where they flee to as well after the fallout in Ostagar. It gets super destroyed by the Darkspawn after they finish ransacking Ostagar. Darkspawn, as far as you need to be concerned, are pseudo-undead murder monsters. And just generally not great. Alright, we need to get out of here.
Listen, you two. The Darkspawn could be on us any minute.
Please, listen to your sister.
Then let's go. Lead on.
Alright. Options. Where is gameplay? Subtitles. Nope, that's not the right bit for it. Interface? Also, no. Audio. Always on. Alright. So, family members. Mom, she's difficult all the time. Why do I have a Mabari? Hello? I don't remember the family having a Mabari. Summon Mabari. Hawk summons the family's faithful Mabari hound to fight alongside the party. Since when did the family have a war dog? So that's Mom. That's Bethany. Bethany's a mage. That's Carver. Carver's a mage. I chose to play as a mage. Thing you need to know about mages in the Dragon Age world. Everything hates Dragon Age mages. The Chantry, the church, literally locks mages away the entirety of their life because magic is dangerous, essentially. And they don't want mages being able to have children or be out in the world / society because mages are dangerous. Yes, they are basically treated like X-Men mutants. So, the father of the Hawk family was a mage, who ran away from the circle, and because he had magic, it increased the likelihood of mage children. So, Bethany and our Hawk are what would be considered apostates. Mages who were raised outside the circle, so had no formal education in magic, and aren't necessarily... Okay, fine, I'll level up. Aren't necessarily formally trained and would typically anyway, hide their magic in society. Attributes. Oh gosh. I'm gonna need more mana, but I think we'll do magic and willpower. Oh gosh, spell trees. I really remember nothing about the spell trees in this game. always do like lightning. Fuck that tree. I'm not locking myself into being a healer. Fireball is excellent. Galvanism. I remember that being hella fun. But I don't really care for, like, the stone side of magic. Chain Lightning and Tempest, though, are crazy good. I guess we'll start in Elementalism. Fireball's better for control at the moment, which we're gonna need.
Going?
Away from the Darkspawn. Where else?
And then where? We can't just wander aimlessly.
Why not?
So long as we wander aimlessly away from the Horde, I'm happy.
We can go to Kirkwall.
Kirkwall? Are you sure that's wise? There's a lot of Templars in Kirkwall, Mother.
I know that, but we still have family there, and an estate.
Then we need to get to Guarin and take ship.
If we survive that long, I'll just be happy to get out of here.
Looks like a fight! Be ready!
Oh gosh. Hi, Eveline. What's his name? Is it Doric?
They will not have you.
Yeah, well,
Not while I breathe.
we'll see how well that goes for you, Aveline, because I hate to break this to you, friend, but there's some big ol' blood on him. Ah! I didn't mean to switch to Carver! Oh my god. I've completely forgotten how to Dragon Age 2.
Stop squirming, Wesley. You'll make it work.
Wesley, Doric might be the guy in Kirkwall.
Keep your distance.
Well, the Maker has a sense of humor. Darkspawn and now a Templar. I thought they all abandoned Lothering.
The Spawn are clear in their intent, but a mage is always unknown. The Order dictates.
Wesley.
The Order dictates.
Dear, they saved us. The Maker understands.
Of course.
I am Aveline Valette. This is my husband, Sir Wesley. We can hate each other when we're safe from the Horde.
So, Templars are the church's main unit. The Seekers are super, super high up the chain of command. Templars are the general church soldiers. And they are kind of responsible for keeping mages in line. And again, being an apostate is super illegal. And yes, the bandana does make Bethany's neck look very long. So basically she's trying to tell him, don't kill them, they helped us.
A strange time to be hunting apostates. His fellows left with the Chantry priests.
I was traveling to Denerim on business for the Order, but I had to turn south when I heard of Ostagar.
Bad luck and judgment brought us together here before the attack.
The nice Templar has been convinced to postpone his hunt for illegal mages. So let's not dwell upon it, shall we?
Wise girl.
A strange time to be hunting a possum.
Oh, I did it again. It's the Who's Liara's dad of Dragon Age.
I was traveling to Denner.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I understand. Not why are you out here? Can you be
You're quick
trusted?
to offer your allegiance.
Another blade between us and the Darkspawn? Yes, please.
So long as the Horde is their first concern.
My duty is clear, but that is for another day, if we are granted that opportunity.
We will be fine. We all will.
You guys made me want to wipe that blood off your faces. So no, that's the other thing about Dragon Age games. We'll be covered in blood pretty much the entire time. In every cutscene. How'd you survive the Horde?
It looked like we were the only ones to escape the Darkspawn.
We aren't free of them yet. You didn't see Ostagar. This is just the start.
You were there. Yes, I see it now. Third Company, under Captain Varro.
Then you saw how the whole of the army was defeated.
We fell to betrayal, not the Darkspawn. This arm of the Horde will not have the same advantage.
He's surprisingly gentle for a mage hunter.
The wrath of the Templars is terrible indeed.
More so their wives. But as long as there is a greater danger, you and I have an accord.
Thank you, Wesley. For now, we move with you. North is cut off. We barely escaped the main body of the Horde.
Then we're trapped. The wilds are to the south. That's no way out.
If the options are south or die, I'll take my chances with south.
I can't believe the Darkspawn have reached this far so quickly.
Okay, let's level up my sister and my brother. Okay, so you also need willpower. Why is your magic higher than mine? That seems incorrect, Bethany. You, on the other hand, can absolutely fill the heal bitch role. Carver. Oh, geez. What do I want to do with you? So we'll do Strength, Cunning, Con. And of course you don't like me. Why would you like me? That would be silly. I don't remember what these trees do. Let's see. Sure. I can't give you Veilguard? Oh, requires level 3. Okay. Right, that's what these are for. They're showing me what I can take. Okay, we'll give you Stonewall. I don't think you have a shield. That was stupid. Oh well. Yep, nope, you definitely use two-handed weapons. Oh well. I'll change that later. Excuse you. Stop attacking my sister. She's the sibling I actually like. I wasn't trying to loot. I was trying to attack. Thank you. Quick potions. You've received a potion. To use a potion... something. I think to use a potion, quick slot it, and then something something. So what's the yellow bar that the normies have? That's stamina. So for non-mages, a lot of their abilities consume stamina instead.
I can do this. You'll see.
Let's finish this.
Alright. Let's see. Mana for Dummies, got it. Yeah, pretty much. Also, be prepared for the fact that most of the things you see in this game, you can't actually go to. Oh gosh. Emissaries are basically darkspawn spellcasters.
Quickly, before they regroup, we must press towards the wilds.
Alright, let's see. That is right, we are pressing towards the Kakari Wilds, because nothing bad ever happens in the Kakari Wilds.
I don't think I can do that.
Yeah, I know. Genuinely, I cannot open this. Because you need to be a rogue to be able to lockpick chests, and we don't have a rogue in the party. The Kakari Wilds. It's said that in the midst of the Black Age, when the werewolves stalked the lands of Ferelden in numbers that would keep every farmholder indoors and a hound on every doorstep, a powerful Arl of the Almari peoples stood and declared that he'd put an end to the threat. His Arling stood on the border of the Dark Forest on the southern border of the Ferelden Valley, and he claimed that the werewolves used the forest to launch their midnight assaults on humanity. For 20 years, this Arl led an army of warriors and hounds deep into the forest. In his hunt for the werewolves, he slew not only every wolf he came upon, but also every member of the chastened wilder folk. Any one of them, he said, could harbor a demon inside and thus be a werewolf in disguise. For 20 years, the forest rang with screams, and rivers ran red. The tales say that an old chastened woman found her son dead at the Arl's blades. She pulled one of those very blades from one son's heart and plunged it into her own chest, cursing the Arl's name as she did so. When her blood touched the ground, a mist began to rise. It spread and spread until it was everywhere in the forest. The Arl's army became lost, and it's said they died there. Others say that they wander still. The ruins of his Arling stand to this day, filled with the ghosts of women waiting eternally for their husbands to return. The forest of the legend is, of course, the Kakari Wilds. There are many legends about the Great Southern Forest, as there are shadows, or so the saying goes. The chastened wilder folk have made their home there since mankind first came to these lands, and the wildlands spread as far into the south as anyone's ventured. Beyond the mists are vast tracts of snow, white-capped mountains, and entire fields of ice. It's a land too cold for mankind to survive, yet the chastened eke out an existence even there, and they tell of the horrors beyond the wilds, and that the lowland folk could not begin to comprehend. To most, Ferelden simply ends with the Kakari wilds. There's nothing beyond. The wilds is a land of great trees, wet marshes, and dangerous monsters. What more needs to be said? Alright, let's do the level up. Attributes. More magic. More willpower. Eventually I'll put points in cunning. Oh dear, oh dear. Bethany. Carver, strength 2, con 1. Let's actually give you usable skills this time. Eveline, you are my sword and board person. Hey, this area look familiar? 'Cause it should.
Make her give me strength.
Rest in peace, Bethany. Welcome to the first thing our parent blames us for. Welcome to the first in a line of a great many things that our in-game mom blames us for. Eveline, you're fine. You have more health than I do.
Bethany, wake up. The battle's over. We're fine. I'm sorry, mistress. Your daughter is gone.
No! These things will not take Bethany.
Bethany risked her life to save us.
I don't want a hero. I want my daughter. How could you let her charge off like that?
Sorry, Leandra.
Poor little girl. My sweetheart.
If we stand here weeping, the Darkspawn will take the rest of us too.
Allow me to commend your daughter's soul to the Maker, mistress. Ashes we were, and ashes we become. Maker, give this young woman a place at your side. Let us take comfort in the peace she has found in eternity.
forget you. Then
Ain't that the truth?
At least Father will have company now.
flames. We're too late. Dwarves!
Right. Thanks for knocking them out of my fireball, you assholes! Oh gosh.
There's no end to them.
Hi, Flemeth. Say hello to one of my favorite characters in the franchise. Such a badass.
Well, what have we here?
Hi, Flemeth.
It used to be we never got visitors to the wilds, but now it seems they arrive in hordes.
So, couple things. The reason, what's his name, Sir Templar, Eveline's husband, is in such rough shape is Darkspawn blood is carries something called the taint, which, yes, poke fun and laugh at that name all you want. I encourage it, but it is very, very, very lethal. The only people who survive being blighted are Grey Wardens, and the fact that they blight themselves to become Grey Wardens is kind of a super, super well-guarded secret. Flemeth's reference to there being lots of visitors in the Kakari Wilds, she's actually talking about the protagonist from the first game at the moment. So the who becomes known as the hero of Ferelden encounters Flemeth. Actually, Flemeth sends her daughter Morrigan with the hero of Ferelden in the quest to end the blight. They actually kind of sort of pseudo attempt to kill Flemeth, but Flemeth is real hard to kill.
Impressive. Where'd you learn how to turn into a dragon?
Perhaps I am a dragon.
Oh,
If so,
not that
notice
far
that
off,
The
actually.
smell of burning darkspawn does nothing for the appetite. If you wish to flee the darkspawn, you should know you are heading in the wrong direction.
So you're just going to leave us here?
And why not? I spotted a most curious sight. A mighty ogre vanquished. Who could perform such a feat? But now my curiosity is sated and you are safe for the moment. Is that not enough?
I so badly want to press I want to be a dragon. But I know she's not going to teach me. And I feel like in character, the thing to actually be concerned about is getting out of here.
Get through the darkspawn on our own.
They are everywhere, or soon will be. Where is it you plan to run to?
We're going to Kirkwall, in the Free Marches.
Kirkwall? My, but that is quite the voyage you plan. So far, simply to flee the darkspawn.
How far would you recommend?
Any better suggestions?
Oh, you I like. Hurtled into the chaos you fight, and the world will shake before you. Is it fate or chance? I can never decide. It appears fortune smiles on us both today. I may be able to help you yet.
Just like that. I know, Bio, I'm sorry I didn't press the I want to be a dragon option.
There must be a catch.
There is always a catch. Life is a catch. I suggest you catch it while you can.
Should we even trust her? We don't even know what she is.
I know what she is. The Witch of the Wilds.
Some call me that. Also Flemeth. An old hag who talks too much.
That last one's Morrigan.
Does it matter? I offer you this. I will get your group past the Horde in exchange for a simple delivery to a place not far out of your way. Would you do this for a Witch of the Wilds?
What is a Witch of the Wilds exactly?
A chastened legend. Witches that steal children.
Bah, as if I had nothing better to do.
Then you're an apostate.
Yes, we have so much in common.
I love you, Flemeth.
You would go through all that trouble to have something delivered.
I have an appointment to keep. It is far more convenient this way. Happily, you are not without your own needs.
How much trouble will this delivery be exactly?
About as much trouble as my saving your lives not 5 minutes ago.
You've got me there.
If you knew my daughter, you'd know how seldom I hear that.
So very true. She and Morrigan don't get it. Literally, Morrigan has your character help her try to kill Flemeth in Dragon Age Origins, so...
Should we trust her?
Wesley is injured. We'll never escape the Darkspawn.
If you need to, leave me behind.
No. I said I would drag you out if I had to, and I meant it.
Roast a few more Darkspawn? I'll do anything you want.
Sadly, my charity is at an end. There is a clan of Dalish elves near the city of Kirkwall. Deliver this amulet to their keeper, Marathari. Do as she asks with it, and any debt between us is paid in full. Before I take you anywhere, however, there is another matter.
No. Leave him alone.
What has been done to your man is within his blood already.
You lie.
She's right, Aveline. I can feel the corruption inside me.
I can't help but wonder if Flemeth actually could do something more substantial about this than what she's claiming, but for your sake, I'm gonna ask, what corruption?
What are you talking about?
From the Darkspawn. All that blood. I knew when it happened.
And how much time before you?
Not long now, if I am any judge.
You would be.
There must be something we can do.
The only cure I know of is to become a Grey Warden.
And they all died at Ostagar.
Not all, but the last are now beyond your reach.
You know,
Aveline, listen to me.
You can't ask me this. I won't.
Please. The corruption is a slow
I do
death.
wonder about that, the only options to become a Grey Warden line. Because there are some legends that get that you end up exposed to.
He's your husband, Evelyn. I can't decide his fate.
He's strong. My love.
I'm sorry, Eveline. I actually genuinely am. Rip.
Without an end, there can be no peace. It gets no easier. Your struggles have only just begun.
Flemeth,
Yep.
I thought that might interest you.
you expect me to believe a myth swooped out of the wild to save the champion?
Yep.
Oh, come now, Seeker. Do I need to recite the tale of the Warden as well?
No. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised to hear of her involvement.
I liked my version better, too.
What else aren't you telling me then? Did she send someone with the champion?
In a manner of speaking.
So it's true. Continue. But if you tell me they all flew to Kirkwall on a dragon...
Nothing so fanciful, I assure you. The witch kept her word and got them to Guaran, where they took ship. They sailed north across the waking sea, lashed by terrible storms. 2 weeks they spent in that dark hold, packed in with the fearful and the desperate. And then they saw it. Kirkwall, a city of chains. Long ago it was part of the Imperium, slaves coming from far and wide to work the quarries.
The Imperium's blood
It's
mages.
a free city, but I use the word
One of
loosely.
it's one of the only countries in Thetis
Sail
where
through those
mages
black
actually
cliffs and you'll
rule.
see what the slaves of old saw. The gallows, welcoming you. That's where their ship landed, with all the rest.
And yes, her sword does look like it would be uncomfortable as all hell to hold. But welcome to pretty much all the Dragon Age weapons. Most of them are very impractical.
They're not letting anyone into the city.
What? That can't be.
It's true. Look at them all.
Are we really surprised? Everyone's fleeing the Blight. Just as we are.
And they would throw us all back to the wolves. Unbelievable.
So long as we're all safe, that's more important. We need to find Gamlen. Our family has always been highly regarded in Kirkwall. He can do something, I'm sure of it.
Let's hope he received your letter.
Yeah, I wouldn't put too much faith in
Perhaps we
Gamlen.
should speak to him.
back to the crowd, you lot. Trying to bully your way through won't get you into Kirkwall any faster.
But you do intend to let us in.
We have enough poor of our own in the free marches. We don't need you refugees piling up here like a mittens heap.
Rude.
I heard someone call this fortress the Gallows. Is it a prison?
Used to be. Back in the Imperial days. They kept slaves here until the rebellion. Now the Templars run it and use it to lock up their mages. Guess not much has changed.
Lock up the mages.
Mages imprisoned here.
Well, no more than anywhere else. It's a circle of magi now. Magic is to serve man, not rule him.
Take your chantry shit and shove it.
Why aren't we being allowed into the city?
If it were up to me, I'd bar the gates and let you find somewhere else to beg. But it's not. Some of you lot might have legitimate business in the city. So Knight Commander Meredith wants us to sort you all out.
Fuck her.
Most of you are getting right back in your ships, though.
That's a Templar title. Why would a city guardsman answer to the Templars?
We don't answer to her, but she's the power in Kirkwall. Don't know what would happen if the Viscount went against something she wanted, but he's sure never taken that chance.
Yeah, it does 100% take a lot of the gameplay aesthetics from Coder, yes. Alright, who do I need to talk
There
to?
must be someone in charge I can speak with.
Yes, always the same story. You want in, talk to Captain Ewald. I'm just here to keep you refuse from climbing the walls.
Always look everywhere in a BioWare game. Lovely paintings.
How did your family escape Lothering? Almost everyone who hadn't fled.
My older sister. If she wasn't with us, I don't think we'd be here.
Thank you for giving me credit for once,
Not
Carver.
my sister.
I've already told you, I can't give you any more for them.
But that was everything we have. It's all we brought with us.
And I feel for you, Sarah, but it's the best I can do.
If they just let us into the city, I could get 3 times that price.
Myron?
Your business is done.
But...
Now then, what can I do for you, Sarah?
I didn't think there'd be any stalls here in the fortress.
There are many merchants who come here right now who can't afford the bribes to enter the city. So the Templars suggested having someone set up shop, temporarily. And I am the lucky man.
Yeah, real lucky.
You mean you paid your own bribes to be here?
If they allowed everyone to set up shop, this place would turn into a bazaar. Sadly, there's only so much I can do for those Fereldans. Poor sots.
I'm sure you're very broken up over it.
I meant you. Folks like yourself.
She didn't seem very happy with the deal you made.
What am I supposed to do? Buy every piece of furniture these people dragged with them?
You mean people like us?
Of course. My apologies. My point is that I'm running a business, not a charitable order. I'm sorry.
I imagine the profits help with the guilt.
I actually sort of agree with him on that, though. Like, if you paid a fair price to everyone, he'd go broke. But that also gives you a good idea of what things kind of look like in Kirkwall at the moment. Like, if you want into the city, you're basically bribing your way in. Which, we really can't afford to do.
Let us through, you flaming blighter. We're not staying in this pit.
Then get back on your ship and leave. Kirkwall has no more room for refugees.
The ship's already gone. We've paid good coin to get here.
You and half of Ferelden. There's nothing I can do. The city is full.
A guard told me differently.
One of the guards said you were letting in people who have business in the city.
That's right. We've seen you let lots of people through.
Citizens and merchants that make it worth our while. I'll assume that you don't have any more coin than these gentlemen. We've been letting you Fereldans in for months. You're too late. There's no more room.
But we've got family here.
I've heard claims like that 1,000 times already, trust me. We'll find some ships to take you all back to Ferelden, eventually. Until then, you stay here.
And who decided
Surely
this?
there's someone higher up that we could persuade.
The city's been closed by order of the Viscount and Knight Commander Meredith, whose fortress you're standing in. But as far as you're concerned, I'm in charge.
How much?
There must be something we can work out.
No foreigner can enter unless they can prove they have coin to bring into the city.
You mean a bribe?
Technically, the Viscount's ordered that no one enters. You want to be a special case, you have to be special.
It's outrageous. It took all our coin just to get here.
You want eyes looking the other way? That takes convincing, and the price goes up each day this continues.
If you find our uncle, Gamlen Amel, you might just have a few less refugees bothering you.
Gamlen? I know that man.
He's a nobleman here in the city. Our family has an estate.
A nobleman? The only Gamlen I know is a weasel who couldn't rub two coppers together. He comes back, I'll bring him to you. But I don't have time to...
What? You're gonna let them through?
I didn't say anything about it.
We've been here for 4 days. They just got here.
That's it. We're carving our way out of here. Men?
We're under attack. What a surprise.
Yeah, what a shocker. Nope, 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 nope. Hard, nope.
Captain, are you all right?
I am, no thanks to you. Where is everyone? Go find them. I want this kept under control. You have my thanks. Look, I can't get you into the city. It's not my decision. But I'll find your uncle and bring him here.
It's been 3 days. This waiting has to end.
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Gamlen must still be looking for us.
On higher difficulties, I think friendly fire is a thing.
But I think that's our man.
Even on the lower difficulties, it may be something I can toggle on.
The years haven't been kind to you.
Gamlen.
Let me say up front, I wasn't expecting this. The Blight, your husband, dead. I'd figured you'd pretty much be Ferelden for life.
Oh, Gamlen. We came too late. My darling Bethany didn't make it. Dressed in guide.
Oh, make her save me. Leandra, don't drop this on me here. I don't even know if I can help you get in.
I'm more concerned about Mother. Can you get her in at least?
No. We stay together.
I was hoping to grease some palms, but the Knight Commander's been cracking down. We're gonna need more grease.
But what about the estate? Surely Father left something when he died?
Right, about the estate. It's, gone. To settle a debt. I've been meaning to write you.
Then there's no hope.
Yeah, our uncle's kind of a drunkard. And, sold the entire family estate.
Mother said our family was wealthy. You really can't help us.
I am blighted helping. I've got 2 offers of work from people who've got the coin to open those gates.
I still can't believe you sold the estate. Gamlen, how could you?
Well, I didn't expect your blasted family to show up on my doorstep. I've got a nice place in Lowtown. You'll see, it'll all work out.
Let's hear it, Uncle. What do you have in mind?
I talked to my contacts, and I found some people who might be willing to pay your way into the city. The catch is, you and your brother will have to work off the debt. For a year.
A year?
It's the best I could do. Trust me when I say a bunch of refugees won't get a better option anywhere else.
So, you're selling us into indentured servitude? That's your idea?
Think of it as having a job waiting for you in your new home.
I guess it's only a year, right?
I managed to convince my contacts to come to the gallows to meet you personally. Mirren heads up the mercenary company, the Red Iron. They're looking for recruits. Thenril, I guess you might call her a smuggler. Either one of them can help you. All you need to do is find them in the courtyard and convince them you're worth the trouble.
What do you think about this, Carver?
What can I say? Better here than nowhere.
Yeah. The middle option was sarcastic, but it'd be really funny to imagine the character genuinely asking, wait, what's a year? Also, I completely missed what Carver said about... Oh, better here than nowhere. Okay. Tell me about this mercenary.
What kind of man is this Mirren?
He's a hired sword. What do you expect him to be like? I wouldn't bring him home for dinner or anything, but he's got a decent reputation. I wouldn't have asked him if I thought he'd cross you.
And what about the smuggler?
How dangerous is this smuggler's work?
Well, it won't be pretty working for her. She's a pretty small fish compared to some of the other thieves' guilds around here. But she's tough, she's fair, and she never deals in slaves or flesh.
Which is a big thing in the Dragon Age universe, so I guess I'll go talk to them.
See what they have to say. Oh, Gamlen, I don't know about this.
It's a lot of coin, Leandra. Don't go expecting our name to carry the kind of weight it used to.
And what of me? I will not allow others to incur debts on my behalf.
Can't see that it makes a difference. You look like a lady who can pull her own weight.
Then you'll come with us.
I have no real option. Thank you.
So what's kind of interesting is Gamlen, it's suggested or implied. The Kirkwall family name is a Mel, not Hawk. And it is very strongly suggested because the default surname for the human Circle Mage origin in Dragon Age Origins is Amel. It's actually very strongly implied that that the human mage origin in Dragon Age Origins is Hawke's cousin and Gamlen's child. Not explicitly stated, though. Slavery being a big deal. Never would have imagined that the place literally being lined with bronze slave statues. Yeah, well, that's true. What I do think is interesting, and what I'm kind of checking right now, is none of the slaves in the statues have pointed ears, which is kind of interesting because, generally speaking... Yeah, no, that ears... Well, no. Most slaves taken by the Tevinter Imperium are elves. Those are pointed ears.
Are you a Fenrir?
He must be Gamlen's niece. Interesting. I don't know what he told you about us, but he certainly told us a great deal about you.
How much exactly?
Enough to pique your interest, provided you can justify your uncle's confidence.
So you're a smuggler.
I'd like to know more about what we'd be doing for you.
I can be honest. We don't compete with the Thieves Guild, but we keep our fingers in a lot of pots. That said, we're not killers or slavers. Anything short of that, however, is fair game.
Do what you want, but this sounds fishy to me.
Begging and taking your pick never went hand in hand.
I hear getting us into the city isn't cheap.
You're as good as your uncle claims. We're hoping you'll be worth it. After all, it's not every day we're offered an apostate's services.
You know I'm a mage.
I didn't realize Gamlen had told you that much.
The Templars in Kirkwall like to think they have all mages properly leashed, but when has that ever been true? We can keep them from taking notice while you're with us. Wouldn't be the first time.
How did you get to be one of my uncle's contacts?
Is that what he calls me? He owes us after that last big idea. If you turn out, though, we'll consider things even.
I'll find some other way into the city.
Suit yourself. I'll be around for a bit, if you change your mind.
The Dragon Age elves are very noodly, yes. And honestly, I may go with Athenaril, as my choice for getting into the city. As far as organizations go, I don't dislike her.
And you must be Hawk. Nice. Your uncle talked up a storm about you. He better not be blowing more smoke out his arse.
Equally valid point, Bio. The first thing she did after getting here was kill half a dozen guys with a giant fireball. Which she also did right in front of a guard captain, so... The fact that she hasn't been taken... And that was over a week ago. Sorry, not over a week ago. That was 3 days ago, and she still hasn't been taken into custody for that. The Templars are really off their game here.
I'd like to know more about you first.
Right. You're not a marcher like your uncle. The Red Iron is well known in these parts. We pick who we work for, keep our noses clean. But anyone screws with us, we mess them up. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
All I know is if we join the company, I'm going to start talking like that.
They're paying a lot of money.
Getting us into the city will take a lot of coin.
Did I mention the Red Iron gets paid pretty well? Not to mention your uncle said you were a mage. We're willing to pay for that.
So Gamlin told you to.
Does everyone know about us?
You're not in the circle yet? Then probably not. You stick with us. You'll be safe. For a year, at least.
My uncle doesn't seem like the sort to hang out with mercenaries.
He doesn't. Gamlin cheated one of my men at a wallet match. You turn out, we'll call it even.
You getting the feeling yet that our uncle's not a great dude?
I'll find some other way into the city.
Let me know how that works out for you.
So I'll let you make the choice, Bio. Smuggler or mercenary? Okay, smuggler it is.
Change your mind? Or no?
Tell me what you need done.
There's a merchant named Kirkwall, friend of the Templars, so they let him set up his little shop here in the gallows. We supplied him in return for a piece of the take, but now he won't pay up. We can't go near him without him screaming for the guard, but you can. Get our money from him and you're in.
Look who we get to go screw over. Also, what's over here? Mirren?
You again. Still too good to work for the Red Iron.
Yep,
I'll
sure
find
am.
some other way into the city.
Let me know how that works out for you.
Hey there! What are you doing with that?
Back away from it, friend. Now.
Wait. This is a Fenrir's doing, isn't it? You can tell that bitch I'm going straight to the guard again.
Care to step in here?
Only because this toad deserves it. You have a choice. Pay, or I beat it out of you and your men.
Hey!
Stay back. Just take what's in the chest. Take it all. No, I'm getting out of here. Let those guards find someone else to buy Dogland junk.
Hey, don't call Ferelden Dogland. $2 gold is a decent chunk of money. Then real. I did it.
You could have given us something more challenging.
Will you look at that? Tell your uncle we'll make the arrangements. Welcome aboard.
Doggo!
ever any doubt.
I'll speak to Athenro and see when the bribes can be made. Wait here.
I guess we did it. We're here to stay, at least for a while.
So long as we're safe.
The light may still spread, but for now we have to do that.
If only Bethany were here with us.
And Wesley. Well, we're off to a fantastic start. Let's see what else this city has in store.
Thus began the champion's first year in Kirkwall. Word arrived from across the sea that the hero of Ferelden had defeated the Blight. But Lothering was destroyed. Kirkwall was the champion's home now. So she remained, paying off her debt, made a name for herself in the underworld. It was a busy year in the city. That's when the Kunari landed. A great storm had caught their ship and left hundreds of warriors stranded in the city, waiting to return home. That's also when the trouble began with the mages. The Templars had become very powerful under Knight Commander Meredith. But, most importantly, that's when I first met the champion.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck you, Bertrand.
Drop these tits, human. You know how many people want to hire onto this expedition?
Look, we know you're going into the deep roads. You'll need to hire the best, and we're...
No. You're too late. Already done.
The money from this trip could fix everything. You need us. We've fought Darkspawn.
Look, Precious. I don't care if you tore the horns off an ogre with your bare hands.
You make him understand. We're running from your bloody Templars.
You're not
I know
helping.
how you feel, but we'll earn no favors with your fist in his face.
Then we do nothing. As always.
My brother can be hot-headed, but we do have the skills to benefit your expedition.
You're looking for a quick way out of the slums, right? You and every other Ferelden in this dump. Find another meal ticket.
Well, back to waiting for someone to turn us in.
You're no mage.
You can relax. After all, the Templars dogging us are mine.
Did I sound that bad? Maker, I'm turning into Gamlen. Gamlen? He's got a head for this garbage. Maybe he can talk to Bertrand. He knows some people. After last week, we need all the coin and influence we can get.
You catch more flies with honey. But Gamlen's bullshit could work too.
By the way, this implies that
Into the city, right?
our protagonist spent a year flying under the radar of the Templars despite using magic all the damn time.
Hey!
Hi, Varric!
I knew a guy once who could take every coin out of your pockets just by smiling at you. But you don't have the style to work Hightown, let alone the Merchant's Guild. You might want to find yourself a new line of work.
That crossbow has a name. The crossbow's name is Bianca.
How do you do? Merrick Tetris, at your service. I apologize for Bertrand. He wouldn't know an opportunity if it hit him square in the jaw.
But you would.
I would. What my brother doesn't realize is that we need someone like you. He would never admit it either. He's too proud. I, however, am quite practical.
Please tell me I can ask about Bianca.
You're part of Bartram's venture.
That's right. The deep roads wouldn't normally be my thing, but I can't allow the head of our family to go down there alone. So as you might imagine, I have more than a passing interest in this expedition's success.
What makes you so certain we can help? You know nothing about us.
Oh, on the contrary, you've made quite the name for yourself over the last year. The coterie has been squeezing smugglers out left and right, and the only group to survive owes it all to you two. The name Hawk is on many lips these days. Not bad for a Ferelden fresh off the boat.
You must have heard of my brother as well, then.
A little, yes, but it is you they speak most of, Miss Eyre.
That figures.
Your brother is certainly welcome to join us by all means, but I'll leave that in your hands.
Oh, I'm going. Without this expedition, we won't last out the year.
There must be some way to persuade your brother to hire us on.
We don't need another hireling. We need a partner. The truth is, Bartram's been tearing his beard out trying to fund this on his own, but he can't do it. Invest in the expedition. 50 sovereigns and he can't refuse. Not with me there to vouch for you.
Yeah, that's 50 gold we're being asked to provide.
Your brother doesn't seem like the sort who's willing to split profits.
My brother is many things, but he is not stupid. Far better to share the profits than be trapped in a tide with 1,000 darkspawn between you and the exit. Trust me, he'll come around.
Why would you stick your neck out for a complete stranger?
I'd rather take a chance on someone with your reputation than head into the deep roads unprepared. And besides, we'd be your partners. I'm willing to give a little trust if you will.
Oh, it's just 50 gold. And here I thought he meant 50 giant robot space shrimp. Nope.
It sounds interesting. But if I had any gold, I wouldn't need this job.
You need to think big. There's only a brief window after a blight when the deep roads won't be crawling with darkspawn.
That's true.
The treasure you find down there could set you and your family up for life.
Come on. The dwarf makes some sense. No offense. Look, you started this, and it's a good idea. Certainly better than ending up in the gallows.
We work together, you and I, and before you know it, you'll have all the capital you need. What do you say?
You have a deal.
Perfect. Kirkwall's crawling with work. You set aside some coin from every job and you'll have the money in no time.
Sure, easy. But maybe Aveline's got some bounties out. She joined the city guard, right?
We should talk privately when you get the chance. In the Hanged Man, maybe. I'll be there when I'm not with you. Now, let's go see what trouble we can stir up.
Keep a hand on your coin, Hawk.
And Varric's now a party member.
Than in the rest of the city combined.
Which actually gives us a well-rounded party because Varric is a rogue. That said, I will be back in just a minute. I need to take a bio break. With any luck, you'll get to hear some party banter between Carver and Varric while I'm stepping away, but I should be right back.
I don't want to see any trouble from you.
I'm back. Any party banter while I was gone? And yes, at least Eveline did manage to find stable employment. Unfortunately, Eveline's also lawful good. Which means she's sometimes a bit of a challenge to have in group. Okay, let's pick up all the quests.
Good day to you.
Sebastian, stop this madness. The Chantry cannot condone revenge, Sebastian.
It is my right, my duty, to show these assassins there is nowhere in the Free Marches to hide.
This is murder.
No. What happened to my family was murder.
So, I don't know a ton about Sebastian. I've not played any of the DLC for this game. Because this game came out when I was still a broke high school student. So I never did get around to buying all the DLC for it. So all the DLC's new, and Sebastian's a DLC companion. But he's probably who I'm going to romance.
Andraste did say, those who harm a house of the Maker have done harm unto the Maker himself.
Duty. A grave crime was committed against all free-thinking men and women in the Free Marches. The ruling Vale family in Starkhaven, my family, was brutally murdered, down to the youngest babe in arms. Now, this massacre was carried out by members of the Flint Mercenary Company. I hereby offer a bounty on the head of each Flint Company soldier in the Kirkwall vicinity, Prince Sebastian Val.
Chantry. This is the only place in Hightown where the Merchants Guild won't come looking for me. You know, Junior, it's eerie how much resemblance there is between you two.
She's my sister. Of course there's a resemblance.
Oh, you thought I meant Hawk. I was talking about Gamlin.
Maker, I hate you, dwarf.
Yeah, that really wasn't cool of you, Varric. I'm not Carver's biggest fan, and even I think it's offensive being compared to Gamlin, of all people. Oh, there's a quest back the other way. Okay.
With this.
Best characters!
Sandal's never been one for conversation. Bodan Fennick, purveyor of goods both common and rare, at your service. And this is my son, Sandal, who is as brilliant an enchanter as you'll ever find. Say hello to the nice human, Sandal. Hello. We shall be accompanying your expedition and providing the needed supplies. It's all quite exciting, isn't it?
I'm all a tremble.
Thought of adventure does make me giddy.
A kindred soul, surely. But I digress. Do you wish to peruse my wares, or perhaps make use of Sandal's unique talents? Enchantment?
Enchantment! So they are the merchants that travel with you in the first game. But since the Blight has ended, they're now freelancers and no longer traveling with the hero of Ferelden.
I thought all enchanters were mages.
Not at all. The fabled dwarven resistance to magic has allowed enchantment of crafts for countless ages. Granted, most dwarven smiths must work for many, many years to learn the skill, but my boy is a natural, a savant beyond compare.
I like enchantment.
He enjoys his work. What more could one ask?
You two don't seem the sort to hire onto this sort of expedition.
My son and I have never played it safe. Never captured a tried and true rose. In fact, we have just returned from adventures while accompanying the hero of Ferelden, legendary Grey Warden and vanquisher of the Flood.
You knew the hero of Ferelden.
So you helped to defeat the Blight.
In our small way, perhaps. We did not fight at the Grey Warden's side, of course. Pity how the hero met her end. For such a woman to die as she slew a great archdemon. A tragic, if heroic, tale. But surely my past is hardly of interest to the likes of you.
Let's see what you have.
By all means, feel free to peruse my wares whenever you wish.
Surprising that you don't have anything good, Bodan. Okay, well.
Welcome to the Hightown Market.
Jean-Luc, do you have anything fun? Nope.
You won't find better prices.
You want daggers? Got them too?
Man, all of you are... Oh, wait. You actually have some kind of interesting stuff. I was looking at the wrong menu earlier. Still not anything I particularly need. What's in your armory? Absolutely... Oh, armor. Cool. Some expensive stuff, for sure. All right. Yeah, it is a little strange. What do you sell? Ruined staves, superior boots, frost rune.
Ah, long time no see, my friend.
Well, if it isn't worthy. The dwarf with the incredibly ironic name.
I only advertise the truth. You aren't still working for Athenmo, are you? Your year must be up by now.
I'm looking to become an explorer of a sort.
I heard. Bartrand's hard to take, but his information is usually good.
Hard to take? That's putting it mildly.
Tell you what, I still have my old contacts. You need some rune crafting done, I can arrange it for you. Take care, Hawk. Don't get dead.
Ordering runes. I can't afford them. Alright, let's go do Flemeth's favor. We've waited a whole year to do it. But also, let's look around and see if we can find anything fun. So now we need to go all the way to not Gamlen's house. Not Viscount's Keep. Time to meet one of my favorite characters. Oh, hi. Why? Let's get all the stuff we can take from these guys. I keep looking at all of the little side things as if I can harvest them, and this is not that game. You, though. I will take the elf root. Elf root was first used by the elves of Arlathen, hence the name. The root gives their medicines particular efficiency, so when the Imperium conquered the elves, the Magisters adopted its use and its popularity spread to all corners of the Empire. Elf root's a hardy plant with large green leaves that grows wild in many places. It's so common that it tends to show up in most gardens, and fields almost like a weed. Unlike weeds, however, most people appreciate having access to the wonderful little plant. The roots can be used with very little preparation. Rubbing some juice on a wound, for example, will speed up the healing and numb the pain. And chewing on a slice of root treats minor ailments like indigestion, flatulence, and a hoarse throat. There are several varieties, but the most useful for herbalists are the bitter gossamer and royal elf roots. Translation, we can basically use it to craft potions.
Old Shemlin, your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
What did you call me?
What's a Shemlin?
Elven gibberish.
It means you're not one of the people, and you should leave now.
And what are the Dalish exactly?
We are the last of the Elven.
Keep that in mind, Hawk. Those you see elsewhere, figments of your imagination.
They have given up their identity to live among Shemlin. They're elven no more.
Well, what's tricky about the elves, and yes, Bianca's crazy powerful. The trouble with the Dalish and the elves in general, and I can't really get into the lore reasons for why, because spoilers for later games. But elves are kind of a dying species besides, because elves that reproduce with anything other than another elf stop being elves. There's no such thing as a half elf in Dragon Age. Not really. So Sandal, Bodan's son, their mother is an elf, but they are a full-blooded dwarf because there's no such thing as a half-elf for reasons.
I'm not expecting tea and cakes. I just need to see some.
There's nothing here for any human.
Wait. This is the one the Keeper spoke of.
A Shamlan? I thought she'd be an elf.
Enter the camp. Keeper Marithari has been waiting for you.
Cause trouble, and you'll meet our blades, stranger.
Yeah, they're basically the opposite of the Asari. But the thing is that because of that, they write off city-dwelling elves as being non-elves because in all likelihood they'll end up with humans.
Andaranatishan, travelers. Indeed, I am Keeper Marithari. Let me look at you. There is a light in your heart, human. Don't let it go out. You will need it. Tell me how this burden fell to you, child.
Exactly what have I been carrying around? Is it magic?
It is a promise, child. Made by one whose word still has weight. And therefore, it has terrible power. There are few things in this world stronger than a promise kept. Remember that.
I always keep my promises.
This and its owner rescued my family from the Blight. In return, I agreed to bring it to you.
I honor you for coming to me. But I'm afraid your part in this is not done yet. The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me this rite for the departed?
I will send my first with you. She will see to it the ritual is done. And when it is complete, I must ask that you take her with you when you go.
Happily.
Who is your first? First of what?
Your people would call her my apprentice, or heir. Meryl would have taken my place as keeper. But she has chosen a new path. Please, guide her safely from here.
Weird.
That seems a little odd.
It is her wish, and I must grant it. You will find Meryl waiting for you on the trail just up the mountain. Dareth Shira.
Are you busy?
No, of course not. Not too busy for you.
I thought...
What are you? Oh,
Wonderful.
beautiful.
Make your bit.
Those. Shocker. Dirthaman! Ooh, that would be fun.
Dalish crafting is second to none, I assure you.
Meryl! Oh, let's actually do the level up thing too. Attributes. Oh, jeez. More damage for Sith Lightning is always nice. Yeah, that is true. Strength. Cunning Con. And we'll give you increased reach with your weapon. Varric! Oh, dear God. Dex and Cunning are the big things for you. And we are... Yeah, Varric also gets his own special tree in Rogue for Bianca. Let's give you exploding Bianca bolts. That works for me. Oh, also let's resummon War Doggo. Extra DPS is always nice. Hi, Meryl.
Oh, I didn't hear. You must be the one the Keeper told me about. Another. I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it? I'm Meryl, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
She's precious.
We didn't get a proper introduction.
I am... or was, I suppose. The first to keep a Marathari. I've studied the old ways for as long as I can remember. I know things. The law of the Dalish that can help us get to the summit of Sandermort.
Why are you leaving the Dalish for Kirkwall?
I have to. Let's leave it at that for now, alright?
Did you do something
I
wrong?
get the feeling you're in trouble.
It's not like that. Not exactly. Anyway, the Keeper and I have disagreements, but it will sort itself out in time.
Did you hear that strange noise?
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
You seem awfully nervous.
You're only the second human I've seen up close. Last time was not a happy memory.
Yeah, I'd imagine it wouldn't be. Duncan
One
was...
of our hunters to fight the Darkspawn.
And they...
I heard she fought the Archdemon. I wonder what's become of her.
My name is Hawk. Glad to make your acquaintance, Meryl.
Thank you. I'm afraid I'm not very experienced with your kind. The Keeper said you came from Ferelden. I spent most of my life there. We only came north a few years ago. Have you been in the Free Marches long? Do you like it here?
It could be worse.
Oh, I miss the cold. And the dirt. Kirkwall's not brown enough for me. But hey, no Darkspawn.
Ferelden wasn't that brown. The dirt and muck gave it character. We should go. Your task is for Asha Bellinar. It's not wise to make her wait.
What do we have to do with the amulet?
It's a funeral of sorts. I'll perform it when we get to the mountaintop. Getting there is the tricky part. Our hunters haven't been able to reach the summit. Dark things are about.
And you know about my
You've
task?
been expecting me to bring this amulet for some time.
The Keeper brought us here to wait for you. I don't know much more than that. I do know that you have Asha Bellinar's amulet. And we must bring it to the altar on the mountaintop. Nothing more.
Do you know the witch who sent me here?
No, not personally. My people tell stories of her, though. You're very lucky. Most people who meet Asha Bellinar wind up in little pieces, hanging from the trees.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Let's get this over with.
So meet Meryl. She's a party member. She's a mage. Oh, crud. Oh, hi. Let's see.
The Keeper didn't mention you were a mage.
All keepers know a bit of old magic. The stories tell us that all Elven once had the gift.
Also true.
Like so many things, it was lost.
Yeah.
It's a keeper's job to remember, to restore what we can.
Did the keepers also get a lot wrong?
Can't demons possess Dalish mages?
It can happen. And when it does, the clan must hunt and kill their own keeper.
Does the Chantry know about the Dalish mages?
Of course they do.
They know. Keeper Marathari told me that was one of the reasons we never camped too long in one place. They usually won't pursue us if we stay away from the cities and towns and keep moving. But my clan is now in more danger, having lost our Hala.
Oh, you lost your Hala. That's sad.
If you go to Kirkwall, you'll be an apostate in a city full of Templars.
I know, but if I don't go to Kirkwall, I'll be alone. A solitary elf is easy prey for anyone. In the city, I can get lost in the crowd.
That's true.
I'm glad you decided to pitch in back there.
Oh, you're welcome. I wasn't sure I'd be much good. I've done a little fighting before, but it was always alone. I'll try not to hit anyone. On our side, I mean. I'm babbling again. Let's go.
I really do love Meryl. Draw in. Then attack. I sure do, Varric.
So the Keeper finally found someone to take you from here.
Yes.
Then finish your task quickly, human. We cannot be rid of this one too soon.
So rude.
I'm sensing a story here.
I have made my choice. And I will save our clan whatever you think.
Is there a problem?
What's going on here, Meryl?
Nothing. Just ignorance. We should go.
I mean, ignorance is not, in my opinion, the correct word. I agree with a lot of what you say, Meryl, but calling it ignorance, I can't agree with you on that.
I'm sorry. You're not really seeing the Dalish at their best. We're good people that look out for each other. Just not today, apparently.
Are you all right?
Is there anything I can do to help?
It's kind of you to ask. I'm fine. Even if my people don't appreciate my efforts, I must see this through. Let's go. Ashabelana isn't known for her patience.
She sure isn't. Boaters! Okay, Carver, I'm bringing you lots of friends. Good job, Meryl. Alright, what's this way? Aside from more spiders and things I don't actually want to fight. Silverite. This lustrous blue-white silverite has long been prized by the dwarves for use in jewelry, rune making, and weaponsmithing. But on the surface, it's more commonly used by apothecaries and healers. Since the metal doesn't rust, many traditions believe it to be proof against poison. There's a tale passed down among the people of the Anderfels. A knight returned home after many years of war, only to be struck by an adder. His wife immediately bound the wound with a medallion of silverite pressed against the bite like a poultice. By morning, the poison had left him, and the knight lived to an old age. Did dog desummon because we swapped maps again? God damn it. There. Let's get Doggo back on the battlefield. No, we're not going to Mountain Graveyard just yet. We will, but first we have to check and make sure there's not any extra loot. Oh, fuck. Demons. Oh, crap, I'm dead. Carver! Kill the things, please. I wasn't paying attention to my health bar and I died. Oh, I'm dazed. There we go. Yeah, lingering injuries. Those don't remain a thing in the Dragon Age series, but they can be really inconvenient. Barrack, open this, please.
I love doing that.
see. Had to step away to talk to someone. What was the conversation there about? Oh, Meryl was basically just saying that she's leaving the Dalish due to differences of opinion between herself and the Keeper and a lot of the clan, vis-a-vis something you'll learn more about in just a second.
I can open the way forward. One moment.
Right. That was not normal.
That was blood magic.
Yes, it was blood magic, but I know what I'm doing. The spirit helped us, didn't it?
Sure, demons are very helpful. Right up until they take your mind and turn you into a monster.
Well, yes. But that won't happen. I know how to defend myself. Be careful up ahead. Restless things prowl.
Welcome to the reason the Dalish do not like Meryl.
In the days of Arlathon, the elders came here to sleep. Uthanara. The endless dream, they called it. But they don't sleep peacefully anymore.
So what she's talking about there is the ancient elves were immortal. And Uthanara was the practice where if an elf wanted to move on from their mortal form, that they could basically become one with the land or certain elements of it. Some would become trees, some would become other things, but deep mushrooms are basically just growing mushrooms that are good for stamina. But yeah, so Meryl's made some questionable choices that make her not particularly well received among the Dalish as a result. I am going to go back and do the thing for the quest. Ow. Ow. Nope, 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 nope. Ding.
You know, Junior, you're looking at this all wrong.
Whatever it is you're about to say, I'm not interested.
I'm a professional younger brother. Trust me, the center of attention's the worst place to be. When things go wrong, and they always do, that's where all the fingers point. Look at any kingdom in Thedas. You've got people who warm thrones, and people nobody
seas will do the real work.
And my sister is a queen in this scenario. Perfect.
Point missing it.
You tried, Varric.
You want me to do what? I don't think so.
Oh, come on. Your cunning's too low? Ugh.
Really my thing.
Fine. When you get your next level up, I'll drop all the points in cunning. I'm pretty sure that's the stat for lockpicking. Nope, the game won't let me go that way until I actually go do the thing down there. Alright, let's run back. Actually, really quickly, let's level up. Yep. Cunning is what Varric needs more of on his next level up. That is fine. Let's see. Let's just all the area of effect damage. Alright, what kind of rogue can't even manage to pick what is self-described to be the universal standard form of a lock? Well, his cunning's low. He'll get there, don't you worry.
Here we go.
Time to play Get Everything's Attention and drag it to my brother. Come on. There we go. Carver, could you maybe kill the corpse that's trying to kill me, please? Oh, Varric is very badly hurt. Oh, no. Carver, could you please tank? It's your one job.
I think it's safe now.
Okay, Varric's injured now too.
And I'll begin the rite.
Carver got his level up. Ooh, 6 gold. And a ring of the Magister. Yes, please. No. I do have injury kits. I could use them, but I'm going to hold off for now. Those will be very valuable to us at a later date. Can't change your armor. Those are restricted to me only. I can give you increased physical damage. Varric, I can never unequip Bianca, so that's just gonna have to do for now. Anything else to pick up in the area? No. Okay.
Aharin amalana sal. Emma ira au bella serviranan. Isalahamin vinanhim dofilas. In usenera naribas.
Hi, Flemeth!
Here we are.
Under Anatishan Ashabalana.
One of the people. I see. So young and bright. Do you know who I am? Beyond that title.
I know only a little.
Then stand. The people bend their knee too quickly. So refreshing.
But she'd have had no issue with Meryl bowing if Meryl knew more. Stereotypical Flemeth. We made a deal?
I agreed to deliver the amulet. You could have told me you were inside it.
Just a piece. A small piece. But it was all I needed. A bit of security, should the inevitable occur. And if I know my Morrigan, it already has.
Is that someone I should know?
She's a girl who thinks she knows what is what better than I or anyone. And why not? I raised her to be as she is. I cannot expect her to be less.
I'm not sure whether she's your daughter or your enemy.
Neither is she.
Why did you need me to bring you here?
Because I had an appointment to keep. And because I did not want to be followed. You smuggled me here quite nicely.
I don't understand. Are you some kind of vision?
Must I be in only one place? Bodies are such limiting things. I am but a fragment cast adrift from the whole. A bit of flotsam to cling to in the storm.
There is so much she's saying in her signature doublespeak here.
A fragment.
You do not need to understand, child. Know only that you may have saved my life, just as I once saved yours. And even trade, I think.
So what now?
You have plans, I take it.
Destiny awaits us both, dear girl. We have much to do. Before I go, a word of advice. We stand upon the precipice of change. The world fears the inevitable plummet into the abyss. Watch for that moment, and when it comes, do not hesitate to leap. It is only when you fall that you learn whether you can fly.
It must be nice to have wings.
Cheap advice from a dragon.
We all have our challenges.
Are we going to regret bringing her here?
Regret is something I know well. Take care not to cling to it, to hold it so close As for you, child, step carefully. No path is darker than when your eyes are shut.
Maceranus Ashabelinar.
Now the time has come for me to leave. You have my thanks and my sympathy.
Bye, Flemeth. And there's Varric's level up. Varric, everything in cunning, please. And let's keep making Bianca extra special. You need strength. I'm gonna give you... No, definitely nobody will notice that. Constitution. And more strength. Now the game wants us to go north. Or now it wants us to go back the way we came, but I still want to go up. I don't think we can go into that uppermost passage yet. But I do want to see if Varric's cunning's high enough to open the chest now. Varric! Open the box.
You want me to do what? I don't think so.
Ugh! Varric! There. I did most of the hard work, baby brother. You clean up the rest. Not a bad dagger at all. Does require dexterity of 24 though. So not a thing I'm likely to be wielding anytime soon. It doesn't last a particularly long time, but it's a wide area of effect spell, and sometimes you just need those. Is there anything else up here to interact with? Codex entries or anything? No? Okay. Well, back down we go then.
Masarana's child, your debt is paid in full. It isn't too late to change your mind, Ale.
Dareth Shiral, Keeper. I'm ready. Let's depart.
Marathari. I like Marathari.
Elgana. Is this really where the elves live?
Not the prettiest part of Kirkwall, but it doesn't have a view of the giant chains. Take what you can get.
I didn't think it would be so... I've never seen so many people in one place before. It seems so lonely.
You already know me. You'll make other friends soon enough.
Aye. Thank you. Thank you for everything. For all your help. Will you come visit me? Not now, of course. But maybe later. I could use a friend.
Of course. But only because you used that "you kicked my puppy" voice.
Thank you. Oh, I'm thanking you too much, aren't I? I mean it.
Meryl, why don't you come join us for a while?
Busy today, I see. Was he in the tavern later? Not today.
So let's do Meryl's level ups. Oh gosh, Meryl. Whatever shall I do with you? Right, you don't have the healing tree. Forgot about that. She can't do any more blood magic right now. But I can turn her into a curse slinging machine, which makes everybody else stronger.
Roped you in.
Yeah, it should be a bit alarming that she has a skill tree literally called entropy. Let's see if she wants to do any support conversations. So let's see. Mana and the use of magic. Mana is that which defines a mage. It is potential that dwells within a person but does not always manifest itself. All men are connected to the Fade. We go there to dream, but only those with this potential may draw upon its power. Mana is, then, a measurement of one's ability to draw on the power of the Fade, and it is that power that is expended in magic. As in all things, it has its limits. Just as man has strength only to lift only so much weight and no more, a mage cannot work more magic at one time than his mana allows. If he wishes to work magic that would be beyond his strength, a mage must bolster his mana with lyrium. Without lyrium, it is possible for the reckless to expend their own life force in the working of magic, and occasionally ambitious apprentices injure or even kill themselves by overexertion. It is worth noting that lyrium is also addictive as all hell. And not something that should be used lightly, although technically lyrium potions are a thing that do restore magic. I wouldn't recommend... Meryl. Where is it? Where are you hiding the Illuvian girl? Okay.
I didn't think you'd come. I'll find something relatively clean for you to sit on. Can I get you something to eat or drink? I have water.
Happy to see you, Meryl. You don't have to fuss over me.
You're so kind. My first guest, and I'm already a terrible host. I wanted to thank you for bringing me here, but I'm making a mess of it.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
If this is what you wanted, then I'm glad I could be of service.
I can't say that I like Kirkwall, but I'm glad to be here. I haven't exactly had many friends, not even among my own clan. This is tricky.
Why didn't you have friends?
What made you unpopular with the Dalish?
Being first to the Keeper, I was always a bit secluded. I studied magic and history while the others were learning the Via Tanada. It's good that I left. I'd have made a terrible keeper. I was never that good with people.
You're doing fine,
You seem to be
Meryl.
getting the hang of it already.
I'm glad you think so. Thank you for coming to visit me, Hawk. It means a lot to me.
I have a very big soft spot for Meryl. She's good people. Even if she is a blood mage. Oh, Ariane.
You won't go to the circle, will you? It's the only place.
Madam will do our best to find your son, but I cannot guarantee his safety if he continues to resist Templar jurisdiction.
Greetings.
He's an apostate.
Oh, right, this
I'm
quest.
sorry for your loss, mistress, but I can offer your son mercy only if he turns himself in.
I'm trying to find him, but
The Templars cannot tolerate apostates.
This will be Mother if we're not careful.
Can I help?
It sounds like your son is in trouble. Is there anything I can do?
You heard all of that and still you would help? An apostate? Oh, thank you. I am Ariane. My boy, Fenrir. He's all I have. All my family. When I learned he had magic, I could not bear to send him to the Circle. But his connection to the Fade, it gives him nightmares. Dreams of demons speaking in his mind. I would rather lose him to the Circle than to himself.
That's very fair.
Did your son run away?
He learned I had contacted Sir Thrask. He felt I betrayed his trust. He thinks he can live free of the Circle. But I am afraid without proper training, he'll kill himself.
Those look like Dalish tattoos. Why do you live in the city?
I was born to the Dalish, but came to Kirkwall for a time and dallied with a human merchant in Vincento. When I found I was with child, neither Vincento nor my tribe wished the burden of an elf-blooded human infant.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
I raised Veilguard myself, here in the alienage.
Tell me the whole story.
I learned years ago that my son likely had magical talent, but we could not bear the thought of him locked in the gallows. So we hid. When the nightmares began, Veilguard still refused to contact the Circle. But I truly think they are the only people who might save his life.
Tell me about these
What kind of
nightmares.
dreams is he having? He dreams of demons, calling to him, pulling him into their world. Every day, it grows harder to wake him. That is why I turn to the Circle. They are the only ones that can protect a mage from his own powers.
So, where do I start?
What exactly do you need me to do?
Just find him, please. Bring him somewhere safe. I don't know where Veilguard has gone, but there are 2 places you might start your search. Sir Thrask has been looking for him. If you speak to him in the gallows, he'll be able to tell you what ground he's already covered. And Veilguard's father, Vincento, recently returned from Antiva. He's a merchant in the Lowtown Bazaar. Veilguard might have sought him out.
Tell me about this Templar.
I believe he's a good man. He doesn't hate mages, but sees what it took me too long to realize. Even the best-intentioned mages are at the mercy of their sleeping minds.
So, they don't always just make you disappear, like it seems.
There are other Templars who are much less sympathetic.
And what about Vincento?
You and Veilguard's father are not married.
Vincento had no desire for a wife or an elf-blooded child. I haven't seen him since the day I told him. I have written, though, to keep him informed about his child. Veilguard wanted to meet him.
Alright, I suppose I'll go.
I will not leave you fearful for a moment longer.
If only our dog could sniff him
He
out.
ought to have his own life. Out from the shackles of the Circle. Everyone should.
The boy sounds one breath away from becoming an abomination. Let's get to him, fast.
Abomination, a mage taken over by a demon.
It's almost a relief to finally confront this openly.
Do you miss it? For Eldon, I mean.
Sometimes.
Blackberries. They don't seem to grow here. And there were little songbirds with black caps on their heads.
I sort of miss the dogs barking.
Yes. It's mostly been humans barking here. Not nearly as cute.
Oh, yeah, gamblins. Probably wouldn't hurt to check in.
Hard to believe they left me nothing.
Well, Mother was pretty steamed when you ran off with your Ferelden apostate.
I'm still their daughter, their eldest.
A letter from Fenrir. Hawk, your year's up and you're free to go. Despite what you think, we had a good thing working together. I might pass on an opportunity or two if you're willing to get your hands dirty. Stay safe, Fenrir. Greetings. You don't know who I am, but I've heard of you. I understand you might need items from my collection, as well as the means to obtain them. I do not extend this invitation to anyone, but you are not simply anyone, are you? Consider this an invitation to the Black Emporium. Wow, that's early game to get that. Enclosed are directions through the passages underneath the city, as is the charm to enter. If you give the charm to another, its permission will immediately be revoked, and the consequences will be unpleasant. Adieu, Xenon. To whomever elects to participate in the charitable deeds of assisting the Val family of Starkhaven, His Most Worthy Highness Prince Sebastian Val has provided instructions for anyone brave and noble enough to attempt eradication of the rabble who dared attack his family. 3 groups of Flint Company mercenaries have been sighted in the Kirkwall vicinity. One group makes camp not far from the Elves of Sundermount. The second has been seeking information on the docks after nightfall. The third is far from the main road off the Wounded Coast. They're believed to have a small campsite past any known landmarks. A princely award awaits whoever finds and defeats all these rogues. May the Maker guide you, Chanter Taletha. Hi, Mom.
My children have been in servitude for a year. They should be nobility.
If wishes were poppy, we'd all be dreaming.
Let's not fight.
That's the way things are, Mother. Gambling can't change it now.
Your mother was supposed to marry the Comte de Lancey, and instead she ran off with some Ferelden apostate. You don't get to stay the favorite when you do that.
Where is Father's will? If I could just see for myself.
It's not here, all right? It was read. It went in the vault. No one needed to look at it again.
I know the Amels were nobility, but not much else. Why don't you ever talk about them?
The Amels have been a noble family in Kirkwall since Garahel drove out the Fourth Blight. We've always carried magic in our blood. It's been a stain on our lineage. No family of good standing would ever marry into a line with magic. When I chose your father, I was bringing more magic into our line, not less. I think that's what hurt my parents the most.
Did Grandfather mention Mother in his will at all?
Our father died when you were still in Pinafores, girl. You can hardly expect me to remember.
Oh, of course not. Why should you do something reasonable?
Oh, Carver.
Please, Uncle. We have a right to see it for ourselves.
Maybe so. But you won't be seeing the bloody thing. It's still locked up on the estate, and that's long out of my hands.
What daft bastard leaves that behind?
It was old news. You think I've been sitting here for 25 years waiting for Leandra to slink back?
Who bought the estate, Gambler? Perhaps I could speak to them. Was it the Reinhardts?
No one you know. Get used to Lowtown, sister. That's where we're going to stay.
Yeah, about that, Gamlin. Hi, Carver.
Maker, what a mess. I want to make things better for Mother. But some of what Gamlin says, I'm having a hard time hating him. Playing caretaker for someone else's life. Stuck in their shadow. That's no way to live.
Something you need to say?
Look, if you want to join the fight over who lost the most, fine. But I never lived here. Mother even gave me her old key to try and stir something. But I didn't know Grandfather. Finding his will doesn't matter to me.
You want a connection? This is where we'll find it.
The once mighty Amels? A bunch of slavers are squatting on that dusty glory.
What have you heard?
Uncle's a chatty drunk. He was up to his neck and signed everything over. That's who has the estate. Apparently, the most extensive wine cellar in Kirkwall is now a slave highway from the Undercity. That's the family legacy.
Oh, well, that can't continue.
Sounds like an arrangement that needs to change.
And what if it does? We still aren't important enough to actually live in the place.
Baby steps, Carver.
All right, sister. If the key works, we'll clear the estate from the Undercity up. I don't know if this will help, but I do feel like hitting someone.
Oh, time to get a bunch of DLC stuff. My inventory's full. I need to go sell shit before I can actually take all the special deliveries. That's... is there a shop in here? Dog. Runes. No, I don't think there is. Gamlin ML. Payment is now 2 months late, Sarah. Interest accrues, as you're well aware. You'll find yourself barred from our establishment unless payment's made. Think. No Baitor card sharp or numbers runner in Kirkwall will deal with you. I certainly hope this matter is attended to before steps are taken. Let us avoid further unpleasantness, Gallard. Alright. Derek, Carver, Merrill. Let's go.
Thank you very much for the help earlier, Varric.
You made it back to the alienage in one piece, then?
I don't know how I wound up in Darktown. There are just too many corners in Kirkwall.
Still got that ball of twine?
I left it at my house. Don't worry, I won't get lost while we follow Hawk.
Bring it next time, Daisy. Just in case.
A market I can afford.
I want it. I want it. I want it. I want it. I can't afford it. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. What don't I need? Oh, right. All of these are really decent items. Okay, we're definitely swapping to the Staff of Parthan. Okay, let's re-equip and then sell stuff. Inventory. So, let's do weapons first. We're gonna throw on you. Looks like this. What's Apostate's Courage look like? It does look cooler, but this is better for my build. Okay. Helmet. Well, equipment, more specifically. Gloves of the Spiral Eye are significantly better, so... Then we'll throw on the Boots of Frozen Wastes. And I can't actually wear anything else. Yeah, so kind of a unique thing about Hawk's fighting style as an apostate is they do keep a blade at the end of their staff. It's why a lot of, like, the attacks end up in melee range. Ivo family crest. Ooh, yes, please. One willpower, 7 health. That might be better than just the basic ring. Evra's Might, we can throw... Actually, no. I'm going to keep the Ring of the Magister for now. Health regeneration, physical damage, damage resistance, no. Jesus, that's a lot. Ooh, enemies drop a better equipment. At least for early game, that's going to be hugely helpful. Okay, what can I do for you, friends? To get more stuff out of my inventory. Varric, let's give you... You do physical damage. The health regeneration, I'm probably just going to throw on Carver. Let's see. Meryl, let's throw this on you. And this on you. And we'll give you all the resistances. You know, we can give you Apostate's Courage. That'll be a decent upgrade. Carver, what can I do for you? That's a pretty sizable upgrade for now. Oh, Jesus! How does one wield whatever that is? Okay, what else can I sell you? That gives me a bit more inventory space. Lady Elegant. That name sounds like a trap.
If it isn't Hawk. Good to see you again, Elegant. Lady Elegant, if you don't mind. I'm a married woman now. Last time we met, you were still in Athenral's employ. Things have been going well since then?
No complaints.
Could be better. Could be worse. I often feel the same way. You may recall I sometimes provided potions for Athenril. I'd be willing to extend you the same courtesy if you like. All I ask is you inform me of any interesting reagents you find. In exchange, I'll approach my contacts on your behalf. And of course you'll need the appropriate recipes, such as this one. Free, for old time's sake.
Okay. You can order potions if you discover the right combination of resources along with a recipe. Resources you've discovered are permanently available to craftsmen, but placing an order costs money. To use the potions you've ordered, press I in the inventory to... End of sentence.
Greetings, my lady. You look like a woman who'd appreciate the finest rubies from a diva raising her lovely neck. I bring only the best northern merchandise to the free marches.
I'm looking for Chainwheel.
I'm more interested in your son.
My lady, I'm a bachelor. I've never met a woman of sufficient beauty and charm to take Incento down. Let us not ruin the day with such weighty thoughts. Perhaps I could show you my silks.
Perhaps you could stop jerking me around and tell me where your son is.
The boy is a mage of elven blood. Do you wonder I fear for him?
Thanks for nothing, friend.
That's enough. Clear out, you charlatans. Every coin those swindlers nab goes straight to the carter's coffers. They must be stopped.
Well, the Carta are always a pain.
Maybe another time.
Not a step closer. No refunds on the ashes, friend. If the Maker doesn't favor you, that's between you and him, isn't it? Don't say I didn't warn you.
Not the brightest thing you could have done.
My goodness, that was exciting.
Okay, let's just claim everything you assholes have. All right, Melrindo, where are you? That sure was a lot of murder. Yep. That also was still a lot of me doing magic in the streets and no one caring.
Those charlatans won't be bothering anyone again. Did you say something? I didn't hear you. And clumsy me. I seem to have dropped a coin purse in your hand.
Thanks, Madam Templar. Sanctioned murder. Okay.
Will everyone please just step
you're seeking aid, leave your name with my girl. We serve everyone here. No one came from Ferelden without trouble. But I can't give priority to anyone who's already found work and lodging.
Can I help?
Is there a way I can assist these people? If you've coin to spare, we won't turn it down. Donations go in the box up front. Anything else?
I just want to see your wares.
Look around. We don't often get customers with actual coin to spend.
You do have the design for the frost rune. Might be worth picking up. But I am currently in the hoard all your money stage of the game.
I've never met a dwarf before.
That's because you've spent too much time frolicking in the woods, Daisy. Dwarves don't frolic.
Dalish don't really frolic either. Not in the woods, anyway.
You have sanctioned frolicking areas?
No, just not in the woods. The trees get jealous.
But you do frolic.
Of course we do. We wouldn't be elves otherwise.
Okay, let's see. Can I just fast travel to the Black Emporium this early in the game? And if so, what even are you selling this early in the game, my friend?
Customer. Thaddeus, stand straight. Places, everyone. Welcome to the Black Emporium.
Say hello to the antiquarian. He's,
I am the great and magnificent Veilguard, the antiquarian. That goblins name is Thaddeus Gigantus Crambam the Third.
That's very fair.
I'm tired of those plebeian
Yeah, he is a very beefy rock man. I'm actually going to leave some of that here for now.
No charge. No charge, Thaddeus. You hear me? All manner of craft.
Yep, that's what I was expecting. That Rune of Fortune could actually be quite valuable. Do I even have armor that has rune spots, though? No. 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 Yes!
From throughout Veilguard. Prices negotiable.
And here's the redesign yourself. So you're not selling anything crazy broken yet. Excuse me, urchin child. I can't talk to urchin child. Fine. I'll come back later.
Daisy, for my sake, please quit cutting through the alleys in Lowtown alone at night.
Nothing ever happens. I'm perfectly safe, Varric.
Yes, I know. And that nothing is costing me a fortune.
I love Varric's friendship with Meryl. It's very sweet. Hello, Mr. Templar. Don't mind me, obvious mage.
Thank the Maker and various others. I need to lock this up.
First enchanter has marked up the...
Ah, welcome, my dear friend, to Sol's shop. My name is Solicitus. Please take a look around. My apologies in advance. Our shelves are a bit bare at the moment. Actually, if you're interested, I could use a bit of help to remedy that.
What do you need?
How can I help?
It's been too dangerous to leave the city of late, and the substances I require for my creations are, of course, elsewhere. Perhaps you could find them. You'll be compensated for your time, have no fear. I'll also give you first pick of my new creations.
I'm
I'll
in.
have a list of what you need, and I'll keep an eye out for you.
Perfect. A discount on everything in the shop, Syrah.
Fetch quest. I don't know what you're talking about, Willow. There's nothing magey about an adventuring party walking around with someone who has a staff with a literal human skull on it. Yeah, well, I'm not the one carrying the actual literal human skull. That's Meryl.
It's not so bad.
I can't help homegirl's choices.
Are you the Templar who is pursuing the boy Fenris?
I did not realize his name was known so widely.
And I didn't know we would announce it to a Templar.
Perhaps you know Ariane from when she was with the Dalish.
We don't all know each other. There are a lot of clans, you know.
Are you a friend of his?
I want to help.
No young boy should have to face down demons alone.
It is surprising what sympathies mages evoke. I always expect people to be more wary of their powers than touched by their struggles. If we do not find Fainriel soon, it will not matter. Either he will be taken by the demons, or by less mystical predators. And I have said more than enough on the topic. This is a Templar matter, and we will be handling it.
Seems like you Templars could use all the help you can get.
True. It is surely not in the lad's best interests to turn away anyone who seeks to find him. There is a Templar, former Templar, by the name of Samson, He left the order due to philosophical differences. He has been known to help mages flee Kirkwall. If Fainrail went to him, Samson wouldn't tell me. He stays out of sight by day, but I have seen him at night, near the entrance to Darktown.
Right, he wasn't always a complete ass, that's true. I forget that a lot. Sir Whitmore. When I mentioned the powers greater than the Templars, I didn't mean the Chantry. Sure, they command the Templars, but that's not always so. The Inquisition once hunted heretics and cultists as well as mages, and their reign of terror ended only with the inception of the Circle of Magi. They became the Templar Order. For good or ill, the Watchers of the Mages and the martial army of the Chantry. It was a mutually beneficial arrangement, but few know that the Chantry created yet another order to watch over the Templars, the Seekers of Truth. I know little of them myself, but I can say the following things with certainty. They serve the divine, and they are feared. When a Seeker steps from the shadows, Templars run for cover, because why would he come unless the Templars somehow failed in their duties? Seekers are extremely effective investigating abuses within the circle and hunting particularly evasive apostates. It's said they're immune to Blood Mage's mind control and possess the ability to read minds or erase memories, but this is likely an exaggeration. So we return to my original dilemma. Who watches powers greater than that of the Templars? One assumes it's the divine, but how much could she know about their activities when their very existence is a mystery to most? Again, Cassandra is kind of a big deal. Right, there is a day-night cycle on the city, too. I'm gonna hold off on Birthright for now. We don't need to go to the Hanged Man just yet. Nighttime.
How can these nighttime streets be so dangerous? We should clear these idiot thugs out.
I mean, currently there aren't any idiot thugs to clear out, Carver. They'll come for us eventually, they always do, but right now, there we go. Money, 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 money. Now I could go right to where I'm supposed to be going, but why would I do that when there's other places to explore?
Have I mentioned that I hate this part of town? Maker, help me. I'd rather go to the Merchants Guild.
Yeah, always a good part of town to come to when you're looking to make money is go literally anywhere in the lower cities at night. You're fairly likely to get attacked, and those assailants usually have stuff worth selling. Let's see. Instead of the ability to spell cast, Carver's innate magic takes the form of a keen awareness of the location of nearby hired goons and or thugs. It's a very situational ability, but it gets him by. Very true. Varric, can you open this one at least?
That's not really my thing.
Ugh, Varric! I'll just have to remember that's there later. Hello, Mr. Beggar. The game says I can't give you money. Okay, let's see what we've got up here. Aside from a bunch of people that want to kill